She knew he wasn't good for her. Not in the way that builds something real. Not in the way that lasts. And yet, he was the one she couldn't let go of.
Not the one who treated her right. Not the one who stayed consistent. Not the one who made things easy. No, it was him. The unpredictable one. The confusing one. The one who made her feel everything and nothing at the same time. And that's where most people misunderstand everything. Because what she was attached to was never the man. At the beginning, it felt effortless. Conversations flowed. Attention was constant. There was a rhythm, a sense of certainty. He showed up. Not perfectly, but enough. Enough to create comfort. Enough to build expectation. And that expectation became the baseline. Then something changed. Not dramatically, just enough. Replies became slower. Energy became inconsistent. Moments of closeness followed by distance. And that's when it started. Because the human mind doesn't react strongly to stability. It adapts to it. But the moment that stability breaks, the brain pays attention. Consistency feels normal, but inconsistency feels important. Now she's no longer just experiencing him. She's thinking about him, analyzing, replaying, trying to understand what changed. And in that process, she begins to invest. Because attention is the first form of attachment. Every delayed message creates a question. Every mixed signal creates doubt. Every moment of distance forces her to fill the silence with meaning.
Did I do something wrong? Is he losing interest? Was it real, or did I imagine it?
And now, he's no longer just a person in her life. He becomes a problem her mind is trying to solve.
You don't get attached to people. You get attached to what you can't figure out. This is where the shift happens. The brain starts linking him to emotional spikes. Moments of excitement, followed by confusion, followed by relief when he returns. And that pattern creates something dangerous. Not love, dependency. Because the strongest emotional bonds aren't built on peace. They're built on contrast, highs and lows, presence and absence, certainty and doubt. Calm doesn't hook you. Contrast does. Now she starts waiting. Not consciously, but emotionally. Waiting for the next message, the next moment, the next version of him that feels like the beginning again. And when he gives her that moment, just a glimpse of how it used to feel, it hits harder than before. Because now, it's rare. And the brain values what feels scarce. So she holds on tighter. Not because things are good, but because they used to be. You're not holding on to reality. You're holding on to memory. This is the illusion of potential. The belief that what she felt in the beginning is who he really is. And if she just waits long enough, it will come back. But it doesn't. Not consistently. And that inconsistency is exactly what keeps the loop alive. Because if it disappeared completely, she would leave. But it doesn't. It comes back. Just enough. And that's what makes it addictive. Not knowing when the next high will come, but believing that it will. Uncertainty plus reward equals addiction. At this point, logic is no longer in control. She sees the red flags. She hears the warnings. She feels the imbalance. But none of it matters, because the emotional loop is stronger than logic. Humans don't chase people. They chase emotions. And the most powerful emotions are the ones that are unstable. So she stays longer than she should, explains things she shouldn't have to explain, accepts behavior she once said she never would, all for moments that feel like the beginning. Because the brain remembers the peak, not the pattern. And this is the truth most people don't want to face. She wasn't in love with him. She was in love with how he made her feel when everything was uncertain, intense, and alive. So if you've ever wondered why someone couldn't let go, even when they knew they should, now you know. It wasn't the person, it was the feeling. And once you understand that, you start seeing it everywhere.